para preguntas. Entonces, pues, ¿les parece que empecemos?
Ya. A ver, ¿cómo está?
So we're gonna have 20 minutes for questions. So basically, I'll just translate the question. I think the translation, we're gonna use the same mic. I guess that one's having issues. Let's get closer.
Juntitos.
Okay, so we're gonna have 20 minutes. We're gonna start now.
Hello, how are you? Carlos Córdoba from NBC. NBC, no, MBS.
MBS.
Yeah. Okay. What do you expect about the Mexican GP? And what's your opinion about Sergio Checo Perez and the year of Formula One?
Well, I mean, I've driven on the track on the simulator. So far from the simulator, it looks fantastic. It looks very, very tricky. It's not just another track because we're very, very high. It's hugely demanding for us with the downforce, with the thin air that you have here. So it's going to be physically probably one of the toughest races, especially if you give us some good weather. And Checo, I've known Checo since he started Formula One, and he's always been such a warm, welcoming young lad. So, and he's been driving fantastically well. He's got great spirit in the way he drives. And he's a bit like me in how he attacks. Aggressive. That's it. Yeah, he's a bit like me in terms of how aggressive he is. And so, and I've seen him a couple of times on holiday. So this is my first time to Mexico. So I'm really, really excited to be here to see your culture and to try the food. I mean, I eat Mexican food in different places, but she said it's not the same. So I'm looking forward to trying some new stuff here.
Okay, next question. Siguiente pregunta.
People, Louis. People say that it's not going to be that interesting because you are already champion. So, what can you tell to those people to go to this race? Because everybody wants to see a champion in the throwing. So,
I don't really know what I can say so much about that, but we still have 3 races, so it's still exciting. This is the first time in 23 years we've had a race here in Mexico, so this is a very special race for us. You know, I've never been here. I'm pretty sure a lot of the people we're racing with have never been here. The last guy that won here was a British driver, so for me, it's I'm here to kind of defend the British kind of title, whatever, and still it's going to be an exciting race. Is it a fight for championship? No. I'm sorry. In some ways not. And but I think it's going to be great for Mexico. I think it's going to bring a lot of good positive light on this country, and I think show people who perhaps don't know much about Mexico a bit about the culture, as I said. And we'll be talking of every driver and everyone that's been interviewed will be talking about how beautiful it is here. So
the last winner were in English.
Yes, that's what I said. Nigel Mansell.
Heavy on your shoulders or something?
No,
I mean,
not really. Not really. Not really. I want to win the race here like him, but I'm doing pretty well. So I'm going to keep pushing for sure. No, I'd love to win. You know, especially when it's a new circuit, you always want to be the one to put your stamp down and be the first. You know, so I hope so.
Over here, Luis, you seem to make the right move when you moved from McLaren to Mercedes. Right now we're seeing this age in Formula One. We have 4 Red Bull championships right now. You guys are totally dominating in Formula One. What's next for Mercedes? You guys think can keep on this pace for the next couple of years?
I think, you know, with these new rules that come out, when the rules come out, it's, you know, generally there's one team that gets on the right foot slightly better than the others. And these last 2 years have been fantastic. Next year, the rules are very much the same, but Ferrari are really catching up. You know, we're at the point where the car is fantastic, but it's hard for us to improve, and others have bigger steps they can make. So I'm hoping that next year we still have a strong car, but so do Ferrari, and we can have a real good race. I think that's what people want to see. I'm up for a fight with whoever. So I really hope that that's the case.
Hello, Juan Gonzalez from Men's Health.
Now that you already are the champion, and now you have proved the circuit in the simulator, what do you think could you do on Sunday? Do you think could you win, or do you think your car is not the best for this circuit?
It's difficult to say. The simulator is just a simulator, so it's not the real thing. I think this track, you know, we go to lots and lots of different races around the world, and not all have, you know, they all have a different layout, but they don't have different characteristics. Like, for example, the altitude. When we go to Brazil, I think it's 800 meters or something like that, but here, 2,300 or whatever it is, it's super high. So it's going to be physical, another step of physical exertion for us drivers. As I was saying, you know, we have the downforce level. We put the downforce level that we have on for somewhere like Monaco, which is our maximum, but the effect is like, I heard, it's going to be like Monza, where we have very little. So it's going to be crazy. And the straights, we're doing 360, 370 kilometers an hour. It's going to be so hard, and not much cooling for the engine, so for the car it's going to be tough. In terms of how I feel, I like getting used to new circuits. So, and as I said just now, I want to be the first one to win here. So that's my goal. And I'm massively driven. Even though I won the championship last week, I'm massively driven and been excited to come here.
Luis here on your left-hand side. First of all, congratulations to your third title.
Thank you.
Did you already realize what you achieved, and how was the wrestling experience right now?
Well, I'm not really. It's really difficult to. Every day I'm waking up and I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm three-time world champion, so I'm brushing my teeth and I'm like, I can't believe it. So I don't know when it's gonna click in, but I'm definitely enjoying. You know, everyone, when people tell me 3, I have them repeat it because it sounds really good. So, and then the wrestling just now. Firstly, I'm really grateful for Puma having me here today, and for the Mexican people putting on this show, because I've seen this on TV, I've seen it in movies, but to actually be there and be in the ring was really, really cool. And they were talking about just doing a very simple maneuver, but I wanted to really do it. So hopefully you're kind of impressed by my wrestling moves, and you know, maybe when I retire I come back and it's good.
Hi, how do you enjoy most the title? Winning in the last corner like 7 years ago, or with a few races like this year?
It's just been a different experience, you know. 2007 I lost it in the last race, lots of pressure. Then I won it the next year in the last corner, which was horrible. You know, just traumatizing, because for a moment I had won it, then I lost it, then I won it, and I lost it, and I won at the end. And then last year I'd driven really well all year long and had some difficulties, and then the last race it could have been taken from me with the double points. So that was it was nice to get it. And then this one has just been different. This year has just been such a strong feeling I've had in the car. When I get in the car, I just have, more than ever, I have this feeling of that I can put the car wherever I want to put it, and no one's gonna really answer too much to it. It's a strange feeling, but you know, the results have been amazing. So finishing it last weekend is honestly amazing. I really was so excited. I was running around and I was out of breath, out of energy. Already by 8 o'clock, I was dead. I was so tired. And then these past couple of days, I've been just really, really tired. You know, I think the emotions, the stress, the pressure you put on yourself. So, but now I can have fun. Now I want to get in the car and have lots and lots of fun these next races. No stress. And hopefully I'll drive even better.
Luis, hi. Congratulations for your third title.
Thank you.
You said that you have a little taste of our part, of our food. So what do you think by far of Mexico right now?
Well, so far, I literally arrived this morning, so the most I've seen of Mexico is really in movies and in magazines, and you know, I've got some friends that are from here, so they show me pictures. So I've seen some of the seaside view, and I've seen some of the city. But today was just great going through the city, because one of my favorite movies is Men on Fire. And so I'm driving through the city and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is similar to in the movie. It's my favorite movie. But yeah, no, and honestly, my favorite meal, which you said, she said it's not really Mexican. I grew up loving tacos.
No, I didn't say it wasn't really Mexican.
No, you said tacos wasn't, but fajitas.
Oh, fajitas. That's like Tex-Mex.
Chicken fajita and rice is my favorite meal. The favorite. When I go home to my mom, we have it's old El Paso, you know, and I have that every time. I don't have anything else. So, but they were saying it's not really Mexican, so I'm looking forward to experiencing the real Mexican spice. Is it spicy?
Yes.
Yeah, some spicy food, and looking forward to this weekend with the sombrero, you know, and the music, and yeah, I'm really excited.
Hi, I'm Ana Maña from Televisa Radio. Very welcome to Mexico.
Thank you.
How tough it is to have a really competitive teammate as Nico Rosberg? I mean, you both were fighting for the championship the last year, and now you are leading, and you're the winner. Point. Period. How tough it is to have that kind of teammate there, and what did you learn from the last year to apply this year? It's really challenging when you have a teammate, because one way or the other, whether it's you or whether it's him, all the data and everything you know and your knowledge that you bring to the team is visible for the other drivers. So you're constantly learning from each other. And when you have a fast teammate, they're pushing you. So you know, you go out, you do a lap, you're like, oh, that's a good lap, and then you realize he does a better lap. So then you have to go out and better yourself. And so that's really why it works so well, because you're constantly pushing each other. And in terms of what I had from last year was a really big, a great year of growth for me, you know, because I had some difficult races, some real adversity kind of that I was up against, and it's not how you fall, but how you get up, and how I came back was really the strengthening building for me. And so coming into this year, I felt that I was more equipped this year than any other year to perform the way I have, and to face whatever I'm challenged, whatever I come up against. And in terms of what I've improved, I wanted to improve some of my fitness areas that last year was okay, but could have been better. And then my mental approach, particularly for qualifying, I was losing out last year, so this year I had to make sure I got that so I could follow through with the wins. And I think this year has made a big difference. Last year I won 11 races and he won 5. This year I've had the 10 and he's had 3, so made a big difference. Small changes, but they make a big difference. So.
Luis, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you already made history because you are already 3 world champion. So how would you like to be remembered for the Formula One fans? Well, in history.
When people ask me that, I never think about it too much, because if you're being remembered, it means you're either gone or you're older in racing. But I think if I was going to be remembered as a racing driver, I want to be remembered as someone who was just an out-and-out racer, someone who someone that cares about the world, someone who cares about kids, someone is very much a family man, and someone that never gave up, and was always a good attacking driver, you know. So it's difficult to really answer that question, but I hope that people. I hope, you know, when my time finishes, and still hopefully even now, hopefully young kids, you know, I had Ayrton Senna to look up to, but hopefully there's some young kids that can see what I do and see what I've done with my family, and not from a wealthy family, but we've achieved something together. It's not just me, but what my dad did, what my family did, what we did as a team. Hopefully that stands for something and people can see that.
Pues lo siento mucho, se acabaron los 20 minutos, entonces me está diciendo el equipo de Luis que ya se tiene que ir, pero muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos. Luis, thank you so much. The 20 minutes are over, so